The town of Bisbee was officially founded in 1880 during those years of war between the U.S. Army and the Chiricahua Apache, who continued to defend their homeland until 1886, when Geronimo's band finally surrendered. Many different mining companies invested in Bisbee in the early years, and workers familiar with hard rock mining poured in from other countries. Eventually, more than 30 different nationalities were represented in Bisbee.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Shida wa moy kale khnarge Shida wa moy wala sport is karik shi koste ha vor khasharge Ba vekasens team roje dan elang sa rai gal team but shit in the caroli noch sin stoel en orre koos genoeg si schule kale genarige Shida bamboy kale genarige Shida bamboy waler is voor is werk si korte voor gesharige Massen te boze beter in male show Das am nach boze maar tosche ook is tolig sin tarige Shida bamboy kale genarige Shida bamboy waler is voor is werk si korte voor gesharige Scared kaboose, better in my show. Scared kaboose, schon im Sport ist morgen die Kachkasi. Scared kaboose, better in my show. Scared kaboose, schon im Sport ist morgen die Kachkasi. Shida bamboy, kale genarige. Shida bamboy, waler is voor is werk si korte voor gesharige. Shida bamboy, kale genarige. Shida bamboy, waler is voor is werk si korte voor gesharige.
From 1877 to 1975, nearly 8 billion pounds of copper were dug out of an area 2 miles by 3 miles, and besides copper, Bisbee produced more zinc, lead, silver, and gold than any other region in the state. Dick Graham.
My grandfather told me of the changes in technology that he saw in his lifetime. A good example is lighting. He worked with one candle. That's all he had. Just before World War I came the advent of the carbide lamp. And before he retired, he went to electric lamps.
What's dark as a dungeon, damp as a dew, where dangers are many and the pleasures are few. Where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raised in the canebrake by an old mama lion. Can't no high-toned woman make me walk the line. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Nearby Brewery Avenue, also called the Gulch, was home to numerous families and businesses, but its long-standing reputation as a conglomeration of saloons and brothels kept it off limits for many people, especially women, from other parts of the Warren Mining District.
A lady was not allowed past the post office down to Brewery Gulch. Now, if you were just a woman and you frequented the bars down there, well, that was another whole situation. But the ladies were not allowed. It was a line drawn. Never. Never, never, never.
In Bisbee, PD took a paternalistic interest in the community.
Phelps Dodge was known as the Presbyterian Copper Company. They realized that a lot of miners, all they want to do is drink and drill and fight in between. So to counteract that, they built churches, they built schools. They brought in the Red Cross, the YMCA, the YWCA. They brought in books for libraries, second to none in Arizona. They offered an alternative, not just drinking after work, but another alternative for the married men.
Well, I believe in my soul that I'm going on by the loop. Oh, Lord. Move up. When the slave is over, I'll stick my soul the same. I'll go on to Jesus over in the glory land. I'll move up to the sky in heaven on the high. Well, all my life I want to know is why my Jesus loved me so. Yeah.
Bisbee, Arizona boasts an exciting piece of baseball history. It is home to the Warren Ballpark, considered the oldest continuously used professional baseball venue in the country. The field was built in 1909, 5 years before Wrigley Field in Chicago.
The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke. Well, Casey was winning, Hank Aaron was beginning, one Robbie going out, one coming in. Kiner and Midget Goodell, the Thumper and Mel Parnell, and Ike was the only one winning down in Washington. I'm talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Duke. They knew them all from Boston to Dubuque, especially Willie, Mickey and the Duke. Now my old friend, the bachelor, well, he swore he was the Oklahoma Kid, and Cookie played hooky to go and see the Duke. And me, I always loved Willie May. Those were the days. Well, now it's the 80s, and Brett is the greatest, and Bobby Bonds can play for everyone. Rose is at the vet, Rusty again is a Met, And the great Alexander is pitching again in Washington. I'm talking baseball, like Reggie Quisenberry, talking baseball. Carew and Gaylord Perry, Seaver, Garber, Schmidt, and Batuu.
Phelps Dodge had tremendous influence. They owned the Arizona Daily Star. They controlled the Tucson Citizen, the Bisbee Daily Review, and the Douglas Daily Dispatch. Walter Douglas described the Union as a bunch of rattlesnakes that must be exterminated, and that the Union was a cancer that had to be obliterated.
Things began to get hot between the unions and Phelps Dodge. My grandfather met numerous times with Phelps Dodge personnel and was deputized by Sheriff Wheeler as they began to make plans on how they were going to stop the union. They decided that they were going to eliminate all of the sympathizers.
Kaiser sympathizers, the local paper said, and then the company asked the sheriff to deputize some men. 1,200 able bodies were given guns, and then July 12, 1917, they came to get the Reds.
In the mid-1970s, after nearly 100 years of production, the mines in Bisbee closed, and the town reeled on the brink of collapse. Hundreds of workers and families transferred out. Rents and housing prices crashed. And at the same time, an emerging counterculture of hippies and artists poured into the struggling community, attracted by the beautiful old buildings and the cheap housing. For some of the old-timers, this new development seemed like another disaster. To some, it was a glimmer of hope. Somehow, Bisbee did survive, reinventing itself, preserving its old buildings, telling its stories, and creating new ones. I can't help but think of it as the town too loved to die.
Some things in life are bad, they can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. You give it a try. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Side of life. Side of
Noah Subi.
We have 2 boys, 6 and 3. I'm loving the crowd of people that's here right now. A lot of new parents between 25 and 45 that have children here. Everyone likes to be part of other people's life here, and I think that can make it very gossipy, but it can also be a wonderful thing, and everyone really pulls together when someone is injured or sick, or artists are putting on a show or a musical event. There's so many volunteer organizations in this little town. Rebuilding Together helps fix up people's homes that don't have enough money, and contractors, lay people, anyone who wants to can come and help. I really enjoy this stage of my life where I get to participate in some of those things and meet the other people that are.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
There's a big, beautiful planet in the sky. It's my home, it's where I live. You and many others live here too. The earth is our home, it's where we live. We can feel the power of the noonday sun, a blazing ball of fire up above, shining light and warmth enough for everyone, a gift to every nation from a star. There's a big, beautiful planet in the sky. It's my home, it's where I live. You and many others live here too. The earth is our home, it's where we live. Can feel the spirit of a blowing wind, a mighty source of power in our lives, offering another way to fill our needs, nature's gift to help us carry on. There's a big, beautiful planet in the sky. It's my home, it's where I live. You and many others live here too. The earth is our home, it's where we live. There's a big, beautiful planet in the sky. It's my home, it's where I live. You and many others live here too. The earth is our home, it's where we live. Oh, a big, beautiful planet in the sky. It's my home, it's where I live. You and many others live here too. The
now it's monsoon. It's the only place I've ever lived where it gets gray, it's rainy, and people like great weather, you know, and when it really comes down, you hear people screaming and yelling because they're jumping around in the rain. And we're just so tuned into this stuff. It's like we're farmers or something.
Nose holiday
Judy Perry,
I love Bisbee. I always have something I'm working on. Like right now, I'm doing the entryways for the stair climb.
Betsy Brialt.
We used to have a lot of street fairs, and they had belly dancers, gypsies come through town and put on little dances.
There's a soft cotton dress on the line hanging dry. The window's wide open. African trees bent over backwards in a hurricane breeze. Not a word of goodbye, not even a note. She's gone with the man in the long black coat. Somebody's seen him hanging around at the old dance hall on the outskirts of town. He looked into her eyes when she stopped him to ask if he wanted to dance. He had a face like a mask. Somebody said from the Bible he'd quote, there was dust on the man in the long black coat. Preacher was talking, there's a sermon he gave. He said every man's conscience is vile and depraved. You cannot depend on it to be your guide when it's you who must keep it satisfied. It ain't easy to swallow, it sticks in the throat. She gave her heart to the man in the long black coat. There are no mistakes in life. Some people say it's true sometimes. You can see it that way. People don't live or die. People just float. She gave her heart to the man in the long black coat. Since June, tree trunks uprooted in the high crescent moon. Hear the pulse and vibration and the rumbling force. Somebody's out there beating on a dead horse. She never said nothing, there was nothing she wrote. She's gone with the man in the long black coat. She's gone with the man in the long black coat. She's gone, she's gone. With the man in the
When you come through the tunnel, you're coming through the time tunnel, as it's referred to. You are coming into a different world, and I say you just leave all your problems behind.
And that is life generally, I think, in a small town. It's a more nurturing environment for the human soul.
In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a smoky bar, in the backseat of your car, in your own little house, someone's sure to find you out. What you do and what you think, what you eat and what you drink. If you smoke a cigarette, they'll be talking about your breath. In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size, there's no place to hide. Everywhere you go, you meet someone you know. You can't steal a kiss in a place like this. How the rumors do fly in a town this size. In a town this size. In a town this size.